Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jaya. So I just wanted to come on live and connect with everybody here in the group. I wanted to say thank you for being here, and I love you. I really do. I'm really grateful to have a business. I'm really grateful to be supporting people around the world who are looking for better lives. And I just felt like I just wanted to come on and talk for a few minutes, just to connect with you and sort of just, share whatever comes up that I feel, you might be looking for. And one thing that I've noticed about women is that, you're so strong. Like we're so strong, and yet we live in a world that doesn't really understand us, which is so crazy to think about. Like, how does the world not really understand women? But there are just a lot of really archaic and old, systems, basically, that were built for men. And I've been thinking a lot about the Bible lately, to be honest. And, I grew up Catholic. I'm still Catholic, I still go to church and I love the Bible, but my life really changed when I started seeing energy visually, and I started to understand God and Jesus and all these sort of characters. They're real, but they're like these people that we talk about and think about, and we think we know who they are because we've been told who they are. But the truth is, they're very different energetically. And one of the crazy things that I've learned from that is that everything in the world is so connected, there's no real separation between spirit and spirituality and religion. And that really surprised me, because I don't know about you, but I felt like, crystals and chakras and all that energy stuff is kind of weird and different and not really allowed in church, kind of thing. But it was actually God who taught me about those things, who showed me my gift for seeing energy, who has really been my instructor, truly, to teach me how to see and dissolve negative energy, which is the main job that I do and that I help people with. And it's just really funny how it's really us as humans who we make all these separations and rules, and it's not like the way it really is. Like the way it really is, everything's so unified, everything's one. God created quantum physics, he also created the chakras. God created religion, but he also created crystals. He is behind everything, and it's beautiful. And so everything it's all the same, it's all connected, we don't have to separate everything like that. And so I feel like that's what women are very connected to naturally, is the spiritual side of life, because the feminine is the spiritual, feminine energy is the spiritual part of life. And so we have, as women, this special connection to the spiritual, which is not different, it's not bad, it's just our expertise. Men naturally put the masculine first, and that's good for their energy. So they are very practical and logical. They can have a lot of scheduling and hustling, and that's good for their energy. And so it's like we hold these two polarities very naturally, and one is not better than the other, one is not more real than the other, one is not different than the other. I actually thought the other day, I like this idea that we don't just live in a physical world, we live in an energetic world. We live in both, and both are very equally real. So part of my job is helping people understand that your energy is just as real as your physical body. Your energetic body is just as real as your physical body. And in fact, it creates a lot of what happens in your physical body. Yes, you can have something happen to your physical body, and that's physical. When I was little, I broke a lot of bones. I would fall down and I would break my wrist. That was a physical thing. But even the fact that happened was created through my energy first, because your energy creates all the events of your life, everything that manifests. So the state of your energy and how energetically clear you are and healthy you are has real effects on your life, what happens, and also on your physical body, your cells. And I actually was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease when I was 26, and I took treatment for it, but I don't have to take treatment anymore, which is really unheard of because that's not supposed to just happen. But our bodies are animated by our energy. So I've been working on my energy enough that I've been able to be healthy. And not only healthy, but actually really healthy, you know, without having to treat that illness anymore. So how can you explain that? Well, the energy world is just as real as the physical world. There are solutions in the energy world that are very real. If you work with the right person, if you work with someone who really, like me, who's very practical and gets it and is able to really dissolve negative energy, which is the culprit for the negative things happening in your life, the negative things happening in your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. That's what's really behind it. And that doesn't mean, again, you don't take vitamins and you don't exercise and you don't live in the physical world, but that's 50%. You know, we live in two worlds. We live in the physical world. We also live in the energetic world. And so I want you to start thinking about that more. Like, what is going on in my energy? You know, if there's a negative pattern in my life, or if I have a negative belief that I can't get out of my head, or, you know, this thing keeps happening and I don't want it to happen anymore. I want to rise above it. Or maybe I have this thing going on in my body, you know, get curious about what is behind that. You know, what's really going on at the energetic level, because that's what creates what manifests. So when you start looking at life this way, you're going to get a lot more clarity about why things are happening a certain way. And I find that what can happen is you can get really frustrated even when you're working on the energetic level, because there's so much oftentimes that needs to clear because this isn't something we've been regularly doing. So even to get started making change through your energy, it can take a lot of work sometimes. Sometimes not. I've had like clients who've done one session with me and been really happy. Other clients I've worked with for, you know, a year. It really depends on what's going on with you. Everyone's different. Like someone might need to go to the doctor once and they're fine. Someone else might need long-term support. It's the same thing. So really, I think the first step is getting started opening up your concept of how you can make your life better and include the energy world in that. That's a really smart thing to do. And start getting more educated and curious about the connection between your energy and your physical body, and your life. And how one of the beautiful things is that energy changes so fast that you can get really fast results to change in your life too. So again, working with the right person, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who's balanced in their viewpoint, because I think you don't want to work with someone who, you know, thinks that they can save you or thinks they're your savior or thinks that they're the one who does everything. Like, I fully acknowledge that God taught me. God's working through me. The energy world is a very practical place where, you know, you can make real change if you know how to move energy in a particular way at will. And, you know, it's not like I'm doing witchcraft or magic. Like, I don't see it like that. I see it as, this is just the way the world is. You know, these are laws just like gravity that we can use and we're supposed to use, you know, because God created, you know, the physical world. We use that all the time to our advantage. We create new medicines and practices, and, you know, we use the laws that are there in the physical world to have better lives. Same thing with the energetic world. There are laws there, and we can learn how to work with those so that we can make real change and have better lives. Same thing. So we're meant to work with this level, and I think that it's a smart thing to do. And it's another opportunity, really, for you to have things change. And I can attest that I've been in a place where things were really bad for me for a long time, and nothing in the physical world was able to help me, you know, and a lot of the things I even tried working with energy didn't really help me either. Like, I did ayahuasca, I mean, I did everything. I can't even name them all, but all the things, Reiki, crystals, like counseling, therapy, psychotherapy, medication, everything I tried. And I just never could get to where I wanted to be. I could never feel like myself again. I could never feel healthy again. Like I just, even taking medication for Lyme disease, I just didn't feel like myself, you know? And it really came down to my energy, and like there was negative stuff going on in my energy that while it was there, I just wasn't going to feel like myself because it wasn't who I was. And then it was like, well, who do I go to for that? Who's going to literally take that out? And I had to create it, you know, because it didn't exist. And that's what I do. I call it Energy Queen Alchemy. And it's a very simple process. I combine positive frequencies with the negative frequency. And when you do that, the negative frequency literally dissolves instantly. So you can dissolve negative beliefs, you can dissolve negative patterns, you can dissolve the core issue behind illness, behind the negative things in your life, behind the negative things manifesting in your life even. And yeah, it was God taught, it's his idea, it's his work really. And I, you know, it's sort of like, you know, the teacher and the student, like I took what he taught me and I ran with it. I created with it, you know, I invented new things with it. And so, you know, it's my method, but it's like I was instructed on how to even do this in the first place by God, you know, by Jesus. That was the foundation for it. And the resurrection is the energy that's behind the whole thing. Like negative energy was already conquered through the resurrection. So we can clear negative energy because he already cleared it, basically. And the only negative energy that's around us now is the illusion of negative energy, which is kind of like a mind fuck a little bit, but it's just the illusion and it's fear. So it's not real, but it affects you, right? If it's blocking you, because that's not natural to who you are. So, yeah, the things that you're dealing with in your life, the things that are difficult for you, there's an energetic origin, and I encourage you to really get curious about really getting practical about that, like you would with anything going on in your physical body. Where does it come from? What is it about? Where is it physically inside of me? What are the effects that it's having in my life? And then finally, how can I get help with this? And I'm somebody who can help you with those issues. This is my specialty. This is what I do. And I've helped people over the past 5 years, all across the planet. I specialize in working with women and feminine energy. I really went off on a tangent, but I know I started talking about women and feminine energy and I really went off on a tangent, but you know what? I just kind of am going with the flow and whatever I feel I need to talk about, to share with you. And anyway, I think this is enough for now, but I just kind of wanted to come on and talk about the real effects of, you know, learning about your energy, learning about how energy works, your feminine, your masculine, learning how to balance those, learning how to get clear energy. And I even teach my method in energy school. I have an energy school that you can join that's opening up soon, and you can actually learn how to do Energy Queen Alchemy yourself. And I just had a student do her final exam yesterday, and she was just so fantastic. She took out a gigantic energy from like my neck and my shoulder, and I could feel my whole frequency shift so profoundly, so quickly. And so it's like you don't even know how much better you're going to feel until these things are taken out of you, and it's okay for them to be taken out of you. Like you're not meant to struggle with everything. And the things that you're meant to learn on your own, the person working on you won't even see them. So the person working on you will see everything that's allowed to clear, and it's a lot. I clear a lot for my clients, thousands of energies each session, and that's why my eyes are bright. I don't have a filter right now. That's why I'm healthy and I don't have to take medication for Lyme disease. I don't really even think I have it anymore. And that's why, you know, I'm able to be making my own dreams come true, and I help my clients do the same, because you have a version of you that you know is the real you. You have a version of your life that you know is your real life, and the only thing that's in the way is negative energy, because I believe that when you're free of the negative energy, you are empowered and connected to your positive energy, which is the source of your power, so that you can actually go and make those things happen. So no, you don't need somebody to save you, but you need access to your power for you to be able to do it, and for you to be able to feel like yourself, for you to be able to feel healthy and be who you really are, right? that's what it's all about. So I created this method. It is real. It does work, and I'm so proud of it. So if you'd like to try to experience more of what I'm talking about, you can book a free discovery call with me. I'll put the link in the comments, and I'd love to talk to you if this is speaking to you. So thanks so much for watching. Hi, C, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.